YouTube, let's talk about some Punisher. This is going to be my Daredevil episodes 4 through 6 video. I'll be talking about Easter eggs. Just careful for spoilers if you haven't seen them yet. Really, the first half of the episodes are setting up the Punisher and slowly folding in Elektra. She doesn't show up till a little bit later, but towards the end of this block of episodes, she and Matt actually start going on adventures. But let's start with the Punisher first because he is fantastic. So we start out by meeting the Finn Cooley character, who's kind of like the big bad of this Irish gang. He is from the Punisher Max comics. This is what his character looks like. You can see how when Punisher shot him in the face, they might have been going for something like this. I'm not expecting him to come back. Surviving a shotgun blast to the face is a bit ridiculous, and even though they do get pretty fantastic with the things people can survive by the end of the series, I don't really want to talk about spoilers yet. All I will say is that Finn Cooley here, who actually played Vincent Van Gogh on Doctor Who, which is really funny when you consider what his character was like on this, was a pretty good medium bad for the Punisher to go up against. Definitely provided some opportunity to find out if the Punisher really was that crazy. Really, it's when they threaten to kill the dog that you learn about the Punisher's humanity. He still has a soul. Do whatever you want, just let the dog go. The dog's name is Max. He actually debuted during Punisher Volume 2, number 54 in 1991. So the dog's been around for a while and actually kind of serves the same purpose in the comics that it does in the TV show. Just showing you that there is a softer side to the Punisher, but snarling attack dog is about as soft as he gets. But anybody who loves dogs can't be that bad, and anyone who harms dogs is a terrible person, which is why using the dog in this scene works so beautifully, because as crazy as the Punisher is, he still won't hurt an animal. I love the way they tell the Punisher origin story, like they spell it out, jumping back and forth between Karen Page's investigation and Frank Castle's monologues. We learn his family was gunned down at this carousel in a drug buy gone wrong between 3 big gangs, and his family got caught in the crossfire. They were collateral damage. The DA's involvement and the mysterious blacksmith character don't really get explained till a little bit later, so I'll talk more about that in future videos. But you do learn that there is a cover-up at play, but it all goes to shit when Punisher's trial turns into this giant clown show. But I'll see you burn with the rest of them. They really do make the DA seem like a terrible person. Thematically, she really is the Jaren Hogarth of this series. And more Easter eggs, I know I'm going to be posting my Arrow video later tonight. Mark Guggenheim, showrunner of Arrow, also wrote the issue, The Trial of the Punisher, which is heavily part of this big Punisher arc. He didn't write for Daredevil Season 2 though. I'm sure he was smiling when he saw the episodes. But when they're newscasting about the Punisher, this person who is the broadcaster is actually the same newscaster for a bunch of different Marvel Cinematic Universe productions. This person is actually a news anchor in real life, but they've been in The Avengers, Iron Man 3, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So they've been like Marvel's go-to news broadcaster for all their big movies. The only thing I really felt like was out of place with the Punisher storyline was the way they aligned Karen Page with his character. I really liked that they gave her a story, they gave her a lot more agency. She's not the damsel in distress anymore, but the problem is that her characterization is that she's kind of the angel on Matt's shoulder. Elektra is meant to be the Daredevil, Punisher's the agent of chaos, and by aligning her character with Punisher, you do get really awesome scenes, but it makes her character seem like less of an angel, when that's really meant to be her role in the story. Like in keeping with the heavy-handed religious themes, you have angel and devil on both sides of him, pulling at him to cross the line. Do I kill people? Do I not kill people? Karen Page is really meant to embody all the wonderful things in his life, all the good decisions, but because the show aligns her with the Punisher, it kind of muddles the metaphor a little bit. But that's okay. Season 2 Karen Page is still way better than Season 1 Karen Page. But let's talk about Elektra now, because I felt like the actress did an amazing job, and I did like the way they weaved her in, if they did change a few things about the comics. I was totally cool with most of the changes they made. Now, I'm not talking about any of the later episodes, this is just episodes 4 to 6, really like her initial introduction in the backstory about her and Matt during college. Now, in the context of the show, I can't really explain exactly what was going on the first time they met without giving away spoilers for later episodes, because there is a twist with her character that you don't really learn about till the very end. But suffice to say, the energy that she brings to Daredevil's life is just so much fun. Just the way they learn about each other, and you learn that she really was the worst thing that could have happened to him, even though he thought at the time she was the best thing. In present day, Matt has kind of sworn her off like, I don't want to have anything to do with you, you're a terrible influence on me, I did terrible things when I was with you, like the terrible girlfriend that you're trying to forget but you can't stop being in love with. She really gives us some of our most fun Daredevil present day moments. when Daredevil is having fun being Daredevil. It's not like some burden that he has to put on the mask and save people. Favorite overall Daredevil Elektra team-up moment is their spycraft at Roxxon, which is actually a big comic book Easter egg. Roxxon is one of the big evil corporations that shows up a lot in Iron Man stories. They've been used in a number of different big ways. Just like Elektra explains on the show, they have their hands in a lot of very sinister pies. It's the exact same thing in the comics. More Easter eggs. Roscoe Sweeney, who is the person who allegedly killed Matt's dad, is a character from the comics. His name is the Fixer. In the comic version of the story, he hired another person named Slade to kill Matt's dad, so he didn't kill him directly. We do start to learn a little bit about the hand. Stick slowly comes back into the picture, but that's really part of the Elektra arc that gets played out over like the last block of episodes. So I'll talk about that a little bit more in my next video. But let me know, like, as part of this trial of the Punisher, him getting thrown in Gen Pop, meeting Elektra, what is your guys' favorite thing about these middle episodes? Really, I love the chemistry between Matt and Elektra. It's so electric, and there are a couple times when they use electric Elektra puns, which was kind of nice. We should all be so lucky to have such a terrible girlfriend. We'll have to talk about the ramifications and the changes they've made to the comics based on what's going on with Stick's storyline in my next video. So what's going to happen is my next video will be episodes 7 through 9 with Easter eggs. Really, my only complaint about this block of episodes is making Karen Page so sympathetic with the Punisher. I understand why they did it, but it really puts her in this morally gray area where I don't think that she's meant to be. They do tease her backstory a little bit, but we also don't really find out why she's so guilty till later. It has to do with her backstory, and in the comics she does have a troubled backstory, but it's not the Terabad, Frank Miller, Karen Page backstory. It has nothing to do with that. What's going to happen later tonight is there's a new episode of Arrow, so be sure to subscribe to get that. I'll post it after it airs. I'll try to get my next Daredevil video out in the next day or two. I'm going to be posting my non-spoilery Batman v Superman review on Thursday night. Then after that, I'll do an Easter egg spoiler review. There's a lot of things being said about the film. Generally, you're better off not reading a lot of reviews before you go see the movie, but I am really excited. And I'm not really sure when my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video from this week is going to post, so I'll try to post an update on that later tonight on Twitter and Facebook. The links for that are in the bottom of the description. Even though I haven't talked about the last couple of episodes, I will say that the cast has already started talking about things happening through Season 4, so there definitely will be a Season 3 at least. I don't know what's going to happen beyond that. I think they'll keep making it as long as the stars want to keep making it. So while you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here for all my Daredevil videos, and you can click here for last night's episode of The Flash. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.